Welcome to episode 100 of Loving Life, a Guide to a Positive Mindset. Episode 100. I cannot believe it. I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to any listeners, whether you've been with me from the beginning or whether you've just joined. I literally could not do this without you. And I am so, so grateful for everybody who tunes in, whether that's every week or just for the odd episode. Just thank you so, so much. So for those who listen every week, you'll know that I usually publish an episode once a week. And you may have noticed that I haven't done that this month. Now, there is a very good reason for that. To start with, obviously, I deserve a break. I decided to have a break. A little rest. You know, I go on about wintering all the time, living with the seasons and working with the energy of the seasons. Yeah. So the fact that January is such a slow month, it just felt right to me to just use this time to have a break. So thank you to those of you who have reached out and asked if I'm okay. I'm absolutely fine. And, I really do appreciate the fact that you've reached out and that you've been concerned about where I am. I'm absolutely fine. I've just been having a break and I'm back. This is it. So you'll notice, it's not exactly groundbreaking or anything, but you'll notice my new lights in the background. If you are listening to the podcast on audio, then you will have heard my new intro. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think of it. But yeah, I just wanted a little bit of a refresh, ready for episode 100. Thank you and welcome to any new listeners. I did notice quite a spike in listeners joining from San Francisco, as well as other places. So welcome. I hope you've been enjoying it so far and I hope you decide to stick with me. I always welcome feedback. So whether you've got any questions, whether you have got any suggestions, please do reach out and let me know. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but you can actually, and this is actually a recent development, but you can send me a text. So if you want to reach out to me when you're listening to the podcast, at the top it should say send me a text, and just send me a text. I love to hear from anybody who's listening, just because it's nice to know that people are listening. Okay, let's get on with today's episode. Now, as you know, I wanted to make this all about you. This is such a milestone episode. 100 episodes. Can you believe it? Yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words, actually. 100. It was strange enough when I got to the 2-year mark in the summer last year, but now I'm at episode 100. It's shit. 100 episodes. I'm really proud of myself, but I'm also really grateful for you guys for sticking around as well, because it was a bit crap at the beginning, let's be honest. It took me a while to, learn to speak how comes naturally to me. As with anybody who starts, when you first listen to your voice when you're sending voice notes, that first time you hear your voice, you're like, wow, do I really talk like that? But here we are, and 100 episodes later. Who would have thought it? We're going to get back to usual schedule, back to once a week, unless any disasters happen in the meantime, which hopefully they won't. Okay, so I asked you guys to send me your questions because I wanted to make this episode all about you. I wanted to know what you want to know. So, obviously, I'm going to read out a few and try and answer them as best as I can. So the first question I have is from Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, so much for your question. You sent me a few questions about crystals, and I'm just going to take one of them. because, as I said to you, I'm probably going to do another in-depth episode on crystals anyway, because everybody loves hearing about crystals. So Sarah's question was, how do I put intention into crystals? So the main thing the first thing you should do when you get a crystal is cleanse the energy of it. So any negative energy that it might have picked up on its way to you, you want to cleanse it as soon as you get it. Now, I've talked about different ways to cleanse it in the past, and that was also one of your questions, Sarah. So I'm not gonna go into that too much, because I want to try and stick to the intention of crystals. So make sure you cleanse your crystals. I will talk about that more in a later episode. And decide what you want its intention to be. So obviously, different crystals are tuned in to to different energies. They are tuned in to, they've all vibrate at their own frequency, and they are aligned with certain chakras. So if you have got my chakra download, you're understanding your chakra download, which is here. If you've got that, if you've downloaded that, which you still can if you haven't already, then in there is a part about crystals and which crystals are good at working with the different chakras. And obviously the different chakras work on different areas of the body. They work on different aspects of our mind and our emotions. So it obviously helps to choose an intention that is aligned with the chakra that it works with, or the energy that it works with. But actually you can assign your crystal any intention. Okay, so, but just decide what you want the intention to be. And literally, once you've cleansed your crystal, tell it what you want it to do. So hold it near to the chakra that it would be aligned with. So let's say rose quartz, and you would hold it next to your heart and just really feel into your heart space and tell it what you want it to do. So you are going to make me focus on self-love. You are going to help me love myself more. Literally, just tell it what you want it to do. And every time you cleanse your crystal, just make sure you reset the intention. Just to be clear. Okay, the next question I've got is from Tanya. So thanks, Tanya, for your question. And the question Tanya asked is, how do I know I'm on the right path? Now, this is a tricky one because it's all about intuition. And if you're not in tune with your intuition, none of us really know if we're on the right path. This is why your intuition is so, so important. Being in tune with your intuition is so important. But we all have the answers within ourselves all the time. Unfortunately, our subconscious beliefs block those the answers a lot of the time because we tell ourselves different things. If you caught my social media post last week, I talked about the difference between subconscious beliefs and thoughts. So basically, our subconscious beliefs, which are picked up over time from different experiences, they are what drive our thoughts and help create our thoughts. So quite often they get in the way and make us question if we're on the right path. But you will have the answers within you. So a really good way to get in tune with this is to close your eyes and notice your body. You can put your hands on your heart, and I always put my right hand on my heart and then my left hand over it. And then what that does is it connects the right side and the left side of the brain, your creative side and your logic side, your masculine and your feminine. So it's not just drawing on one energy, it's drawing on everything. So ask ask yourself the question, or, the question that you want to know if you're on the right path. Ask yourself the question and notice any feelings, any sensations in your body. Notice any random words or thoughts that pop into your head. That is a really good way to work with our intuition and to listen to ourselves, to our voice, our true inner voice. And then another thing is, apart from working with our intuition, asking for a sign. You can assign something to communicate with you from the universe. So I know I've talked about this in the past, but mine is a robin, and I always ask if I need something answering, if I need to know if I'm making the right decision about something, I will always ask for a sign, and I just know that this means in the form of a robin. So if I see a robin that day or near to that, around about that time, or depending on what I'm doing, then I will know that that is my sign. It might not always come straight away, and you do have to really look out for it. It might not come in the form that you're expecting it, but just ask for a sign and look out for it. Another thing is to trust that we are always drawn to doing or going down the right path. Now, whether you know that's the right path or not, like, we never know if it's the right path or not until we are further down that path. But just if you have trust that everything happens for a reason. So even if you're not on the right path, I think trusting that there's something you need to learn first before you go down that path. So in theory, you are always going down the right path, because if you're not, then you're on the right path anyway, because there's something you need to learn before you go on that path. Does that make sense? Yeah, you just have to have faith that it's meant to be. It's working out how it's meant to be. Sharon asked, what are some simple ways that raise my vibration when I'm feeling low? And this is something that I talk about lots. So my first thing, if you are a die-hard listener, then you already know what I'm going to say. The first thing that raises your vibration, the quickest way to raise your vibration, is to write a gratitude list. This is something I do every single morning, and I find at least 3 things that I'm grateful for. Sometimes they're everyday things, like for the roof over my head, for my really comfy bed that I sleep in every night. Really obvious things like that. But then, and sometimes there'll be the things that I'm grateful for will be based on things that have happened the day before, or that day or whatever. But then other times it will be something a little bit deeper. Yeah, so that is the quickest way to raise your vibration, is to write a gratitude list. Gratitude is like right up there on the scale of consciousness. It's high frequency. And then down the scale, you've got like shame, anger, and we all sort of flip between one and one, because things happen throughout the day that will make your vibration go up or down. But if you need to raise your vibration, the quickest way to do it, because it's so high up on the scale, is to feel grateful. Another thing that I do is I haven't actually listened to this for a while. I just haven't thought about it. But then I am doing a gratitude list every day. But I have a high vibe playlist on my Spotify. So a couple of years ago, I set up a playlist of songs that make me happy, songs that make me like I can't keep still when they're playing, songs that make me jump around, dance around, songs that make me laugh, songs that make me smile, songs that bring back really nice memories. So create yourself a high vibe playlist and just, listen to that whenever you need to raise your vibration. Michelle asked, or said, how can I feel disconnected from my intuition. How can I strengthen it? So obviously I've kind of talked about your intuition, when I answered Tanya's question, by tuning into your body and your intuition, by closing your eyes and really listening to your body, that's a great way to strengthen your intuition. Another way is to really pay attention to your third eye. Now, again, going back to my chakra series that I did earlier on last year, and if you have got the chakra download, then there are so many different ways that you can improve the energy around your third eye. So doing that will help you increase your intuition. But again, it all comes back to intention again, the things that you do to unblock the energy around your third eye or any of the chakras, you need to do it with intention. So there are foods you can eat, there are colors that you can wear that help with each of the chakras, but do those things knowing that it's going to help you. So with the third eye, the color indigo is associated with the third eye. So foods that are like a dark blue or purple, they are associated with the third eye. So, did you see my purple, it was red cabbage, wasn't it? Soup that I made. And I'm actually thinking, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent now, but I'm actually thinking of doing another, I don't know, it's another idea that I've got. Maybe I'll do some recipes for the chakras. I don't know. But anyway, when you're eating those foods, just know that they are helping improve the energy in those chakras, and that will help your intuition, for example. Also, Reiki. Reiki is amazing. It just increases the flow of energy around your body. And it does help you go to another level when you're having Reiki sessions. I've noticed this since I have been attuned in Reiki. Obviously, I do Reiki level 2, and my intuition has got so much better since I have been doing Reiki more. But it's not because I do Reiki. Well, it probably is because I do Reiki, but also having Reiki will help this as well. Having Reiki helps you be in tune with your intuition. It helps you unblock all those things and helps you be more in tune with your spiritual side. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I did go on a bit of a tangent there, so I'm sorry if it hasn't. Okay, and finally, Lisa has asked, what are some books that help you embody a positive mindset? And I have to say, these might sound really obvious, and I know I've talked about them before, but the first one for me is The Magic. It's all about gratitude. It's all about being grateful for everything in your life, to raise your vibration, to help you manifest a more positive life and mindset. That was really the starting point for me, was The Magic. And also Atomic Habits by James Clear. Those are the books to get a great morning routine, a great start to the day, and a great outlook. And instilling positive habits is always going to have a positive effect on your mindset. So yeah, if you only read 2 books, read those ones. Okay, thank you so much for being back with me. I would love to hear your biggest takeaway from today. So please do let me know. Please do what I said earlier and send me a text, or as always, you can send me a message on Instagram or in my Facebook group. Yeah, thank you so much for being back here. Thank you so much for your patience, for waiting for me to have my break. I have been super duper busy preparing my membership, which starts on Saturday. So those who have signed up to be my founding members, we're starting on Saturday, and we are using February to work on motivation, which, what an amazing time to have a bit of motivation. So yeah, Thanks for all your support in these last 100 episodes. And I cannot wait to get to the next 100 episodes with you. As always, please do share this episode with anybody who you think might like it. Leave me a review and share anything. Like if you've picked up any tips, share them in your stories and I will forward them. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for all your questions. And I'm sorry I haven't been able to answer them all. I'm going to do some more episodes based on the ones that I think will create good episodes. So yeah, here's the boys and see you next week. Bye.